Hey, Alex. Just going to be running 2 minutes of ads to skip the pre-roll, and then we are going to get properly into things. Hope you're well. I woke up tired, but other than that, I am alive. It's usually a good start, of course. Forgot to adjust my camera before actually starting, so it might be a little bit off kilter to begin with. Let's see. Alrighty, everything else is set up properly, and we are ready to begin. Welcome back to Rimworld, everybody. We are going to be continuing with the Deadman switch run, and we are right where we left off last time. Let's see. Camera needs to be adjusted a bit, so give me a moment. That should be good. You can see my bed a little bit in the background, but whatever. Alrighty, for starters, we need to build a killbox, so we're gonna be working on that primarily. Especially since all the flooring and stuff is down in these areas. What are you doing, Doc? Ah, yes, you're sweeping the dirt off of the random flooring that's there. Should probably remove that so he's not doing that in the future. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work for a killbox design, but I hope it's good enough. Just need people to actually be working on it, but grass is disabled currently from an infection, and bunker is operating at half capacity. I'm still so annoyed that Bunker got a brain injury through their super fancy helmet. Doesn't make sense to me, because that's a full-face helmet. But this is Rimworld. When has it ever made sense? Alrighty, you're gonna beat that infection, thankfully. And you have a permanent injury on your lung. That's just great. You're gonna be at lower capacity forever now. Okay, and we have plenty of concrete for the moment, so we can spend that. We've lost our temporary researcher, so things are going to slow down quite a bit. And we've also lost most of our labor force. Let's unrestrict that so Brick's can go back to working. I would like you to be assigned to Group 2, and I would also like you to pick up an elephant rifle. We have doubled our automatron forces. We're just gonna have them sitting out here. Looks like they're working on these bedrooms, unfortunately. I need them to be building that killbox ASAP. Just had a jump scare by a fish thanks to Windows 11. Sounds accurate. What's our escort lifter doing? Just escort lifter things. Your work computer has a random background that refreshes, and yeah, a fish. Ah, I see. That's got to be pretty annoying. It probably just has like the 10-minute cycle or something on. Tina is a child genie, and their best skill is crafting at level 10. They're 9 years old, and we don't really have a location to train them in, so I don't think it's worth taking them on, unfortunately. I want to turn this area into a glass room. It's every 2 days, with the screen loaded black, and then boom, fish. And a lot of our people are just straight up not wearing armor, which absolutely stinks. We can't really make armor for them either. Did put it in the Discord chat. It is a fishy fish. I need this kill box before I have a school. Otherwise, I would accept the child. Because I do need a spare crafter. Expires in 2 hours. We're going to save here because I've been quadruple rated by accepting a child before. So, we're going to accept them. Now get inside as fast as possible. You're also a different ideology, which is going to be a problem. It's so annoying that the nature running job type has to be outside of a home area. Or outside of a restricted area in general. Let's see. You are only good at crafting and you're a night owl. Okay, then. That's going to make training you difficult, but we'll just take the mood negative for now. We will set up temporary schooling facilities inside this area. Okay, what are you up to, grass? Harvesting corn, very good. Bunker, I need you working on the wall, and that is what you're doing. Very nice. Pork's riding away because they are storing it outside of the freezer. Why are you cold, Brick? Oh, it's just generally quite cold. Okay, then. Put a heater in there. Yeah, that is kind of annoying with our map. We need both coolers and heaters for year-round protection, which is quite expensive. Those festive crackers are going to be quite annoying, especially when they're exclusively eating them. Grass is no longer inspired. Right before we had them build something too. Unfortunate. Visitors. Visitors from the Albazogo tribe. What do you have to trade? Pemmican and beer. I do not care. Okay, 70% learning bonus ain't bad. We really need to get rid of that grizzly bear. It's running out of prey in the immediate area. There we go. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be honest. Psychic Soothe is ending. I didn't even realize we had one going on. Probably started yesterday. It is kind of mad that there's no industrial way-based game to get components other than trading. Like components used in everything industrial need spacer tech to actually make it. You know, I've been completely forgetting about our ideology, too. Let me set up a quick campfire and we can do a lights ritual. That would be under temperature. Can't tell them to prioritize teaching the child in anything. That's unfortunate. Gonna do a quick Sky Lantern Festival to kick off the day. Hopefully we get a new recruit from this. Unforgettable corporate festival. Very good. And it looks like we did not get a new recruit from that. Unfortunate. We got the highest quality ritual possible, but there's still a 50% chance after that to not get anything. Tina's under a minor break risk because of the... Oh boy. Their ideology is awful. That's why. Animal Personhood Raider. Yetikin is the preferred phenotype. Huh. Yeah, we gotta get them converted over as fast as possible. Like, to the point where I might even jail them so that they'd be happier in the future. They're currently learning a lesson in mining. Are genies naturally bad at that? No, they are not. Never seen that symbol on the ideology, on the work tab before about ideology stuff. Interesting. Cantina also has tattered apparel. How's our steel looking? Awful, as per usual. Okay, I can actually command around the escort lifter to start delivering to stuff. That'll make building a lot easier. Half the job's already done, just transferring the resources. Okay, grass, you're doing fun and recreation. Please start building. Really, you're gonna build that singular wall and then go do something else? Okay, then. It's the middle of the day. You don't need to go rest. Doc's just cleaning up blood because he feels like it. What else can Doc do? Because I'm sure there's something better I can have him on than cleaning. I mean, he likes fishing. No, he's pretty much only useful for animals and doctoring. Yep. He's pretty much useless with everything else. Well, he's okay at social. You do not need to be butchering right now, you need to be building. If one solar fire comes through, we lose all of that meat, so I'm going to tell them to stop butchering for now. Pod's arrived. Poinsett has contacted you 5 days ago. You helped him in desperate circumstances. Since you helped him and they've gotten back on their feet, they want to reward us properly for the help. 1,214 gold. What am I gonna do with all this gold? The last person gave me 500 gold too. Oh, I have a ton of gold, I guess. I can probably sell it for some reputation with the colonization forces at the very least, but still not entirely useful to me. And we're getting raided because we accepted Tina right now, aren't we? Nope, quest available. Shadow Hulk. You've intercepted a distress signal. Yup, here's the raid. 1,000-point raid? We're dead. We're just actually dead. They have sniper rifles? This is the only strategy I can think of actually doing. Just bunkering down and sort of hoping everything passes. I'll be ready to pop a combat command with Observer. Does this have cover? Cover effectiveness 80%. Very good. Oh, great, and they're breaching raid too. Don't. What are they shooting at? Oh, they're trying to breach deeper, I think. Scratch it down. Pop that combat command. Beans, combat focus, dot, medical focus. That's bad. Well, we have some armor now. Right ear got shot off. Right arm and right leg have been shot. Right hand is shredded with a dynamite scar. Beans and Brick go do whatever, honestly. Or prioritize extinguishing fires. Tina's just out here living their best life, at least. Ooh, we need you. They have intense oxygen sensitivity, unfortunately, but we need you. They bleed out in 6 hours, we have time. Doc, tend to grass. We're happy Beans is good. Nice. Brick, get out of their line of sight, please. Bunker, you can go do whatever. Grass, you're fine. Doc, pop medical focus again, and tend to Beans. These people were absolutely loaded with gear. I'm surprised we survived that. Of course the Hellcat rifle is bio-coded. Doc, go tend to Brick now. Beans, go capture Wraith. Never mind. Bio-coated flintlock pistol, of course. Of course. Okay, Grass, you can undraft now. Escort Lifter can also undraft, please. We're gonna need to get a vac suit for Elena because they have oxygen sensitivity, but other than that, they are a very good colonist. 10 construction, 5 mining, 3 shooting. They're incapable of intellectual, but that is more than fine by me. I'm gonna actually leave these smoke grenades in here because they're probably a worse weapon than the person just using their fists. I'm fine with all this burning up. I think I handled that fairly well. I thought we were just screwed there. Okay, Tina, I know you're not going to be happy, but I need you to start stripping some corpses for me. We did all this for you, so you'd better appreciate it. The flak vest is quite nice. Yeah, Beans barely took a hit there. Oh, never mind. He got hit in the spine. That's rough. That can be on wardening. Let's see. Go convert Tina. Got an okay amount of components from this fellas, at least. Okay, beans through on the riot gear, very nice. I'm not sure how these boom bats got into our base. All your cold, get out of the freezer. Bulk goods trader. At least we're getting a good event happening. We'll hopefully be able to afford some steel from them. Oh, you're speedy. But the freezer's such a fun location. I know, right? You got all the pork and, like, bear meat in there. Got some drugs, too. You got some spare piggies on the meat hooks. Yeah, you even got chocolate. Everything you could possibly need, right in the freezer. Doc has converted Tina. Very good. Our corpse stockpile is full, apparently. We'll buy all of your steel and all of your components, and that'll make us almost broke. What can we sell in return? We'll sell some chocolate. Sell some cloth. Can't really sell that much ambrosia, because we have 2 people with chemical interest. Can sell some werewolf pelt, though. Freezer, pros, food, drugs, and lots of chocolate. Cons, freeze to death and being cold. I know, right? Honestly, it looks like the pros outweigh the cons. I forgot that we had a silent just sitting around. Let's see. We also have a crap ton of gold, all exclusively gotten from helping refugees. But I'm not going to sell that at the moment. Pro for family, a person in freezer, preserve corpse. That is an actual strategy in Rimworld. Preserve the corpses in the freezer so that you can use a resurrector mech serum on them later. Because if the corpse goes rotten, there can be some side effects when you resurrect them. We'll add orbital tech to our research queue. Not that we're getting any research done. Nah, there's nothing else I really want to make here other than gloves. Beans is still sleeping in the infirmary. I might want to move the psychic emanator here, but then it's likely to be destroyed by raids. They're fleeing the map due to dangerous temperature. And how is our steel looking now? Right about 700. Not bad. We should build another soldat. We don't have any synth threads or tongue steel, so we can't make a grenadier, unfortunately, but I'm more than fine with just making another soldat. They are quite helpful. Let's see, is this properly set up? Die self enabled, prefer ideology color. Okay. You're getting XP and a bit of everything by watching people do work. Very nice. What's the escort lifter doing? Why was there corn in that stockpile? Ah, yes, I guess that's what's happening. Okay. Let me guess, you got yourself burned. No, you didn't. That's surprising. I'm gonna actually put Observer on research #1 priority because we desperately need to get some of that done. See if my coffee's cooled down enough. It indeed has. Ah, Rimworld, the best of ant colonies. I don't need gold from the quarry, I need steel. Steel, darn you, steel. Actually going to start a broadcast on this antenna tower, because that will allow us to call in a trader. Shoot frenzy on beams. They just managed to heal up. That's quite nice. I should make a kid helmet for Tina. The damage this deals reflects the medical skill of the user. What? We need to get one of those for Doc ASAP. Okay, we're looking at drilling for oil currently. I think I'm going to move forward military equipment and flak armor, actually. Drilling for oil will be absurdly helpful, but it takes a huge steel investment to actually start it. So that gestation is complete. Please operate that. And I would like you to equip that other elephant rifle we have. And then get yourself assigned to group 2. Let's get the escort lifter delivering stuff. How are we doing on cement blocks? Still quite good. Okay. You can store 12 pigs on the meat hooks. Very good. You can just drop those marble bricks on the floor. We'll use them for beautifying the base later. Black market orbital trader. We probably won't be able to afford much, but if we can buy a new colonist, that'd be incredible. And we're gonna get a ton of lag here. The game might even crash because this type of trader sells an absurd amount of goods. The funny. Ah, yes. We do need a new plants person. You're not good enough at combat for me to bother taking you. And you're incapable of social. What is up with your face? Oh, you're wearing a visage mask because you believe in anonymity? Large and tough as a combo is pretty sick, though. Why are you so expensive? Because you have a neural stack installed. Okay. You're good at mining and great at medical. You're good at shooting, cooking. Let's see. Are you worth it? You're unwaveringly loyal, so no. You have a drill arm and you're great at mining. Okay, I don't care. What about Gray? You're great at plants and you're okay at combat skills. I can probably have you doing plants and then training as a secondary job. But you're unwaveringly loyal. Unfortunate. Not a lot of good colonists to buy from this particular trader. A healer mech serum is still way out of our budget for bunker. We can sell some of our meat here for a little bit of money. Sell all of our rice. Not sure why we have insect jelly either. Werewolf blood sells for an okay amount, so we'll get rid of that. I'm never going to use jade. It's great for furniture, but I do not care. And sell some of our smoke leaf leaves. Sell some of our dye. We don't need much of that. Get rid of that redwood. And they're selling a crap ton of gene packs and skill trainers, as per usual. We could just afford a healer Mexorm for Bunker, but I don't know if it's worth it. I think I've got to do it, though. We'll sell all of our pork as well. This will be a lot of foodstuffs that we're getting rid of, but that's okay. Actually, I'll keep some pork. I'll be sending 3,300 silver. I mean, we're effectively spending 7,700 silver to get this, but we're losing 3,000 from our stockpile. I actually don't need the nerve spiker. Or a knife. Actually, I'll keep the knife. I'm sure somebody could use that. You know, we have a ton of gold. Let's actually use it. I'll sell 700 of our gold. And we'll still be making money off of this transaction. Alrighty. And immediately, Bunker, go eat that healer mech serum. Once you eventually get there. Bunker's shredded brain was healed. Hooray! They are back up in tip-top condition. So they're going to be an actual useful colonist again. Also analyze one of these wetware computers. We got these from a quest reward a little bit ago. Beans can do combat focus again. And there's a mad hare. Firing squad, go! Or miss all of your shots immediately. That works too. Oh my goodness, you're happy. Oh, your rivals from the other faction died, that's why? You're still a little bit salty about us slaughtering some animals, but that is more than fine by me. Blood on the wind. The wind carries the paints into blood, slowly growing stronger as time passes. Within the next day, a huntsman moon will begin, and feral werewolves will begin their hunt. Should be more than fine. We still don't have the killbox operational, but it's close. And now that Bunker isn't moving at half speed all the time, we should be able to do stuff pretty reliably with them. Let me ban this bot real quick. Just checking my messages. And a turkey self-tamed. Okay then, I don't think I care. We need to recycle that. Let's see. I would like to give the child a gun. Could have sworn we had a spare revolver somewhere. I'll just tell them to make another auto revolver. That's fine. Probably another elephant rifle, too. Then again, I should probably have Tina avoid combat whenever possible, because they take 50% extra damage, and then they're also a child, so they take bonus damage from their body being so small. How are you feeling? Oxygen sensitivity, you're hungry, and Bunker tried to convert you. Other than that, you are doing really well. I read that as non-racist style surroundings. Nah, it's non-radiest. Actually, I don't want Tina to have that. I'm not going to give the child a knife. I'm going to give Beans a knife. Once Tina's actually grown up, we're going to change them to a night schedule so they can fulfill their night owl needs. And the Huntsman's Moon is happening. Those doors never got rebuilt. Let's get that done right now. Bunker, I told you to build both of those doors. Okay, their range is more than good enough to start poking at fellas out there. Inspired surgery on brick, which kinda useless to be honest. Hello, feral werewolves, where are you? I need your blood to sell. Here they are. This could be a problem. Yeah, we might lose a soldat here. Yep. Might lose multiple soldats here. Everybody dropped up. Observer, why did I send you out here? That's a good point. And Neanderthals are attacking. That's just great. I'm gonna store automodroid debris and mechanoids there. Did you get bit? No, you just got scratched. What is with the game and sending me double raids? Hopefully a werewolf pack comes in and deals with them to some degree, but it's so annoying. Prioritize resurrecting those automa droids immediately. Bunker, I would like you to stand there. Grass, go here. Dock and beans, here and here. And brick, go there. Is your combat command ready yet? It is not. Okay, 18 is in a safe spot, so is Observer. Oh, they just opened that door, just real casual like. Okay then. Bunker's gonna take some bad hits here. It's unavoidable. Okay, they're gonna flee right into the werewolves. Dock 10 bunker. Grass and brick get up here. Observer, come capture Mencho. They're unwaveringly loyal, but that is fine. We're just gonna sell them anyway. Four more werewolves. Grass has gotten sick from werewolf infection. Oh no, Observer's getting chased down. That's bad. If Observer dies, we have to reload. Okay, Doc. Okay, Grass, first of all, you rest until healed. Doc, get over here, pick up some herbal medicine. Bunker should have this covered. Bunker rest until healed. Okay, Brick, you can return. Beans, you can return. Doc, you stay drafted up. Okay, Doc, you can take a break now. Let's see. They're not going to catch up in time. Quest available for a werewolf pack. Okay, Bunker, get up and do some recreation. They're starting to catch up. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, though. And Observer has also gotten sick from Sanguinus Lupinus. Oh, they got bit in the right arm. Okay, you tended them immediately. Good job, Doc. You're actually on top of things for once. A preach health would be really helpful here, but we don't have the option. No, you rest until healed. I need to get a little table inside the doctor's office or the infirmary. What's the point of a werewolf who is incapable of violence anyway? Or I assume that once they turn into a werewolf, they're not going to have that restriction anymore. They're going to be considered hostile, so... let's get them a little rage room for a moment. We can have containment over here. Observer, go lay down, you idiot. Oh great, the Neanderthal we captured is pregnant. Are you catching up at all? Not really. Okay, grass is slightly ahead of their infection. Escort lifter, go do your job. Tina, what are you doing in the prisoner cell? Okay, you're recycling a weapon. That's good enough for me. Checking my messages real quick. Okay, how is Observer doing? Observer needs to be fed, but Doc is on that. Never mind. Stop feeding them Christmas crackers. Feed them real food. You're gonna be feeding them all day if you're just using that. %, that's not good enough. That werewolf's still there bleeding out, oh my goodness. Okay, Bunker, I need these rage rooms built. You're just behind. And you're just barely ahead. Brick is fully healed, very nice. Yeah, getting that healer mixer and Bunker was absurdly worth it. %, 10 quality, that's what we like to see. Yeah, grass should be fine now. Observer's still kind of behind. Observer and Grass are keeping each other company. Very good. Yeah, they're still just behind the infection. You know what, Doc? Get up and tend to Observer. And then feed them. And then feed Grass. I said tend to them. I don't care that you're sleeping. You are the doctor, and you are on call. Just feed them the meal that's already in your pocket, man. And we're getting raided again. Why am I being raided so much? My colony wealth ain't that high. And it's pigskin, so they're gonna suck. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be, but they still have a chain shotgun, mini turrets. It still kind of scares me. Especially since we don't have any of our mechanoids up. What kind of armor are these people wearing? Absolutely none. I mean, 2G has some, but... Okay, 2Z and Riki have some armor. But other than that, they're just in plain clothes. Actually, Observer. I would like you to call for a recruitment agency. That dealt with that for basically free, which is nice to see. Dang, those guys have some pretty good stats, but they're old. Or Babukara is old. Okay, Observer has just pulled ahead. Oh yeah, and while we're at it, let's give Bunker their Psylink. Actually, I want Beans to use the Psylink. They're our best shooter. And I want them to be a warlord that specializes in shooting. They also don't have a ton to do around the colony other than cook, so they can meditate in their free time. They are going to be warlord, and I would like them to be able to do minimalist meditation. We don't have any good artists, so we kind of gotta do it that way. Okay, Observer's just pulling ahead now. Let's actually preach health on Observer, and we should be more than good. Immunity gain speed by 25%. And you're more than ahead. Okay. Things are going good for us. Okay, I will actually pull Observer out of bed for a moment. Growth moment for Tina. We're gonna give them 700 gold, and we're also gonna give them Mencho. We're keeping Alina. Observer can become a pre-sergeant now. Tina can gain super immune. And that's pretty much it. That's honestly fine, though. There's so much human meat just sitting out in the field. But that is from the werewolves. Alrighty, I want Sergeant on a schedule of just cooking and training. Or beans, anyway. Sarge is just his title. Gonna be getting that message a lot. And grass is starving. Now you're far enough ahead of your infection. Go eat yourself. Or go get food yourself anyway. get a marble small bin in there in order to clean up any filth. Same with in here. Actually, I'll just put a marble large bin in here. Get these just kind of scattered all over the place in general. How much steel did we got? 1,000. Very nice. Civilian Industrial Conglomerate Orbital Trader. Okay, then. That's a mouthful. Doc, I told you to do the dang trader. I hate that when a pawn initiates loving, they can cancel any action you directly order them to do. It's so annoying. We can buy a bog hound or a camel. Woolly Stegosaurus would be kind of cool, but they probably have... they would probably get a heat stroke in our biome. It looks like they really just sell a bunch of food. I mean, they sell it at a pretty good rate, but it's just food and animals. I could buy some rim claws. Let's see. What minimum animal skill is required to train a rim claw? I actually don't know where to see that stat. Weird. I would love to have some pet rim claws, but the opportunity would certainly come later when we have more people. Get rid of that turkey meat and that hare meat. And that's pretty much all I want to sell. Don't I have a mod for, like, drop spot? Yes. Trade ships drop spot. I want all trade stuff to be dropped there. I'm tempted to give Beans the LMG since they have the combat focus ability, but I'm not sure. It locks you in place for a pretty long period of time. Why do ship landing beacons cost so much? I can probably just get rid of these wind turbines at this point. Actually, no, we're still relying on them a decent amount. So this is a 9x14. Get another geothermal generator up. We're not going to be able to attach any power upgrades to our geothermals for a while, since that requires an unholy amount of steel. I should probably be rushing deep drilling and deep scanning. Ground penetrating scanner. Okay. Let's see. Grass is fully recovered. Observer's still struggling to pull ahead. And a war merchant from a tribe. These tribals are trying to be awfully friendly with us, but I frankly do not care. Okay, just need to load steel into there. Okay, Observer can go do whatever they want now. They're more than far enough ahead of their infection. I'm still gonna keep these rooms just for in case of emergency, but we shall see. How much health does a concrete door have? 320. Not bad. 19 to 11% certainty. What's your social like? Your social is only 3, so you must have... No, you don't have anything stopping you from losing certainty. Let's see. Weird. What are you even wearing? Military jacket, less mental break threshold. Ooh. I like that. Probably stops them from wearing a duster or anything more protective, though. We're also going to make this Doc's bedroom so that they can be sleeping directly next to the medical wing. Nice, you're friends with basically everybody, that's cool. Get those rest of the soldats back up and running. Gotta remember to actually remove that Warwalker chunk tomorrow. Or really wants bunkers up and operational. Why are there boom bats in here? That's gonna be annoying to get rid of. I wish you could shoo animals out of an area. I don't know if loungers quite fit in the military-based aesthetic, so I'm not going to add any of those. Even though it'll be nice to have an additional method of recreation. We do have a breach axe. That would make this go a little bit faster, but I don't think I care. Conversion. Doc has converted Elena to their own ideology. Now we recruit them. That whole thing only breaks into 4 chunks. Okay, then. Alrighty, combat commanders are ready again. That's quite nice. Quest available. Snowspearer. Asking for your help. Its enemies have been harassing the settlements. He wants your help to draw signals. Use signals. There. Wow. I can speak. Use signals to draw them towards Site Alpha and away from his people. If he does, his enemies will activate a site nearby to harass you. It's a Snowspearer with 6 man-hunting pugs. But Locust armor. Unlike most Ultratech military units, Locusts train primarily in melee weapons, and they usually avoid static shootouts, preferring to jump straight into enemy fortifications and fight hand to hand. That sounds like Bunker in a nutshell. And it would be masterwork, but 3 fire control systems is also insane. That allows us to build Tarbosauruses. Once we actually have the research and materials for them anyway. Both of these are insanely good rewards. But I really don't like caravanning. How's our plasteel looking like? We have 590 plasteel. We don't really need more. I'll go for the fire control systems. Well, I'll save in case it spawns the place like 10 miles away and we can't get to it, and then I'll accept for the fire control systems. Okay, they're quite close, actually. Analyze a fire control system, please. And we are going to be assaulted with snow immediately, so let's set up a caravan hitching spot. Form caravan. We are going to here. We are going to send bunker and beans out. I'd like to leave dock at base just in case we actually get raided. I'm tempted to send a soldat as well, but I don't think we care too much. Send them out with 30 chocolate as well. The snow's probably going to kill all our crops, but we have more than enough food in storage. I'm more worried about the pigs than anything, to be honest. They've been a very good source of food for us. Oh, that is an interesting map. Right, let me... Okay, that's still a pretty interesting map, but not quite as interesting as I thought. It's in the desert, though, so that kind of stinks. Compacted machinery rich, okay. Might have to spend some time in mine there. After we deal with the pugs, of course. Yeah, that's a pretty sick map. Let's see. I was hoping there would be an exposed ancient danger, but there is not. Area is safe. Time to deal with the snow spear. This will also give us some reputation with the orbital trade conglomerate, which will be very helpful. It means more frequent trade caravans from them. Or not trade caravans, trade ships. Okay, you two enjoy a snack, and then get ready to immediately return. I could have probably just taken them to the map edge, and I should have put this plasteel and stuff under a stockpile, especially since we need the steel real badly, but I didn't think about that. Too late for me to bother with it now. Should have just used the reform caravan button on the world map, but whatever. Yeah, we're having power issues. We really need that second generator up. I'll have Bunker work on it as soon as they get back. Just need to check something real quick. Alrighty. Our base is coming along pretty nicely. I'm probably going to transfer the commanders into these bedrooms once they're actually complete, but that remains to be seen. Depends on how good the bedrooms actually turn out, because this is only decent. So are these bedrooms, to be fair. Whoa. This person's been age reversed like crazy. Because they're 10 years old, like, physically, but they've been alive for 126 years. That is weird. Very weird. I don't think you can even age reverse a child. Sold that gestation complete, our whole force is almost back online. Or it will be online as soon as the observer interacts with the gestator. Yeah, I can't make anything fancy until we have material engineering. Okay, Tina's on cooking in an accident. I gotta take them off of that. Tina, get out of the freezer, please. Like, floor draw all you want, by all means, but just not in the freezer. Now we have too many wall lamps running. This is probably going to be Observer's bedroom. Just because it's the largest and Observer's jealous. What's Tina up to? Making marble blocks, very good. Animal disease, flu, that's a lot. Doc will probably take care of it, though. Yeah. He'll take an hour to actually bother tending my people, but the moment a pig is in danger, he's on it. Surprised these boom bats are still alive. Probably gonna have two of my soldats come up and deal with them. Oops. If they can hit them. No, let's actually send these fellas back up to where they're supposed to be. Tina's gotten food poisoning, not sure why this is happening all of a sudden. The only people on cooking are quite good at it. resistance is still 6.9. Can you... Yeah, prioritize delivering food and then chat with them. They're affected by malnutrition, of course. You're probably spending all your time tending the pigs, to be fair. And Tina's down due to food poisoning. Fantastic. Doc's on it. Is there anything I can put in Observer's room as a good decoration? Not really. Putting the radio in their room would be pretty cool, but, the radio terminal, but I don't think it's worth the components or the power. Royal Tribute Collector, I don't care. I gave all my gold to the colonization forces anyway. And grass has inspired creativity as well. How's our steel looking like? We're just barely staying over 1,000. I'm going to go on a crusade against every animal behind our walls, because I want to make sure that when an animal goes mad, they go mad in this area. Holy cow, that is packed. Oh, that bird is gone. Oh, quest log maybe? Yes. Cache of Fortune. Advanced component. Normally I'd consider that pretty worthwhile, but nah. Hello, no animals allowed behind these walls, please. I'm just going on a genocide. Rat. The deers, they're taking cover. Tactical deer deployment. It's just a koala? I feel like they should be in a more tropical climate than what I'm in currently. Or a hotter climate anyway, not necessarily tropical. The rat's evading me. I would have laughed so hard if grass got hit there. Hey, deep drilling. Beautiful. Let's build a couple of those while we still have the steel. We could just straight up build an advanced deep drill. I think I might actually do that. An advanced deep drill is much slower and takes a very high mining skill to actually work at, but it guarantees you infinite resources. I could have sworn we had 2 advanced components. I know I spent one on the lathe, but where did the other one go? Oh, it's on the research bench, so it doesn't count as being in a stockpile? Okay. Let's enable butchering. Perish, Radicus. Let's start shaving off bits of the mountain here and there. Make it a little bit more cuboid. Bunker's well on their way to finishing that geothermal generator. I'm going to get grass to finish building those conduits. And we should be good on power now. Yes, grid excess of 5,000. Gonna build a uranium filing cabinet. Bulk goods trader from the Grey Rock settlement. They should be industrial technology, so I'm pretty happy with them showing up. Doc is like at the peak of happiness right now. Because you got married? Okay. And raid from the Grey Cobras. They've arrived in transport pods nearby. Okay, they're dropping within my walls. Tina and Observer, I would like you to both hide in the barracks. Everybody else, get ready to fight. What kind of weapons do they have? Nothing too long range. Snap at them from the tree line. They're wearing plate armor, which is kind of spooky. But it also means we should be able to outrun them. Dot, get over here. Beans, push forward. That's usable cover, right? Not the stump. The pipeline. 50% cover effectiveness. That's good enough for me. Beans is getting targeted now. I'm gonna pull him back. Bunker, I need you to be out here to soak up some damage. No! Come on. At least they only took 1 damage to their brain. Everybody pull back, Doc, rescue Bunker. I just cured that brain injury, too. I don't want Beans taking much damage. This is such a long firefight. It's super cool, but boy, am I stressed. Okay, dog, drop, bunker, and tend to them. It's silver plate armor, okay. Bio-coated pump shotgun, light SMG. I'm taking all their armor and probably am gonna just smelt it down. Yeah, I might as well strip them of their bio-coated stuff too. Okay, grass, come over here. Doc, tend to yourself. Soldat 1 and 2, go over here for repairs. Observer and Tina, you can undraft. Doc, please tend to grass and then tend to beans. That was such a sick firefight. Unfortunately, Bunker got brain damaged again, but what can he do? Let's see. You're a good medic. Good medical, good mining. I might actually keep you because you're sanguine. Gourmand is a little bit interesting. Not interesting. Gourmand's a little bit annoying, but I can deal with that. Oh, they got hit by the Riot SMG. Or the Riot LMG. That's why they're downed and not just dead. Okay, grass and beans you can undraft. Soldats can undraft. Yeah, they had some really fancy plate armor, like silver, uranium, and steel. That's pretty spooky. It was a war of attrition, but we won. Oh my goodness. Bunker got absolutely brutalized in the short time that they were out there. We desperately need armor. But even if we unlock black armor at this point, we're not going to be able to make it because black armor costs like 1 million components. The Wise has gotten sick from an infection. Okay. Might not be able to save them. Especially since it's in their torso. And we destroyed their lung. Yeah, they're not worth keeping. We'll probably just end up selling them. 1.8 to 0.6. Cool. 2 more chats, and we should be able to have Elena on our side. Or Eliana. Yeah, most of our wealth is just in buildings. Like, half of it, anyway. I gotta close my window real quick. Get readjusted in my chair. And yeah. Let's build an additional soldat. They cost 5 components, which is kind of sketchy, but we need the extra firepower. Okay, Observer, I need you on smithing number 1. Primarily so that you can repair your soldats. Still got a lot of miscellaneous stuff to butcher. Animals don't naturally path over barricades, so this area should stay pretty secure. The squirrel and turkey can live for now. Let's call in another trade caravan. Or another trade ship, I should say. Manipulation's down on bunker, so I probably won't have them finish building this, but I'll have them start. You never tended their dang infection. Because you're in bed rest. Nope, you were not assigned to bed rest. You were just being stupid. Whatever, if they survive, they survive. If they don't, I'm kind of indifferent. And we're getting raided by imbids. I hate imbids. They're so awful. Nice hits. Is that going to be getting toxic buildup from sitting in the polluted terrain? Yeah, they are getting toxic buildup. Well, this raid is basically defeating itself, at least. Why are you at a major break risk? Because you're ravenously hungry. Oh, I had you building the drill, and you've been very slowly delivering resources. Oh no. Okay, imbids are fleeing. Very good. Our soldats didn't even take a hit. Bunker, go eat something, please. Ooh, traitor. That's probably the one that we summoned in, but I am still more than happy to have one. Sell all of our chocolate. Sell a lot of our miscellaneous meats. A hemalope. Engineered for hemogen production, the hemalope grows a large sack of pure hemogen on its back. Ah, yes, a nice little blood balloon. Goodbye, a pet hermit crab. And as per usual, the conglomerate trader doesn't really sell anything useful. Actually, books are quite good. I would like to buy a few books. Hooray! Okay, go eat something. Once Bunker's mood has recovered, I'll just have them finish that off. And the gestation of our 4th soldat is complete. I don't believe we have a spare gun to give it at the moment, so I don't really care about it being released. You're not quite capable of walking currently. I don't think we can call in the, recruitment agency for another 20 days. However, we will get our pre-sergeant title for... Oh, that's a 6 shuttle. We'll get our pre-sergeant title for observer. Hopefully they go into the dining room, because that's the best area in here. They are indeed. Honorable bestowing ceremony. Receive 2 extra honor. Choose permits with the logistics division. Let's grab a construction material drop, because that just sounds incredibly useful, especially when we're constantly running low on steel. Okay. Got the advanced deep drill up and running. Very good. The traders have left us. But yeah. Things have been going pretty well currently. That is probably where I'm going to leave it for today, everybody. I hope you had a great time here. Stay awesome, stay safe, rock and stone. But yeah. I had a pretty good time playing some Rimworld, and I hope you had a good time watching me. And we are probably going to raid out today. Let's see. I'm going to raid my buddy Vitavis Prime. They are currently playing some Deep Rock Galactic. Again, hope you had a good time here. Have a good one.